I know what it's like to be broke, so I'ma cherish this. Born king, hustler soul running through my heritage. Broken bummy, man, sometimes it was embarrassing, but held my honor, these walking around him meritless. That's why you only believe half of what these tell you. I knew my drive had to be stronger than my fear of failure. I knew my time was coming, getting banks, I'm like Azalea. I'm dressed in green to make the league, and I ain't talking Zelda. And as you grow, your hunger grows with it. And the gimmick, I just put my soul in it. And I can never trust these that stuck in their ways. The rap game of flick, y'all ever knew these actors portrayed. But hey, one chance just to make it at the city, huh? Two hands put together, I hope he hear me, 3 a.m., my soul weary, spirit fill me up. Forever grinding till the day I touch a million. One chance just to make it at the city. Two hands put together, I hope he hear me. 3 a.m., my soul weary, but see it clearly. Forever grinding till the day I touch a million. I'm a go-getter, yeah, a code. I remember bank account really had no figures, now I'm chilling. Someplace where they ain't got no winter in a villa. Waiting for the fall like they was yelling timber. Flow colder than winters be in Chicago. I've always had the vision, I see the with my eyes closed. Ain't grew up, I ain't got no phony bravado. They clap that, they was yelling bravo. Yo, I grew up in a home, but that's the perfect role model. So I do it in the song, cause some of these things I hold bottle. Knew I couldn't do it alone, but some of these things I won't follow. So I prove it on my own, give it my all on full throttle. There was no love for me, I was up and coming. I faced doubts and had worries, but I wasn't busted. Look, they tried to steal my glory, say it wasn't nothing. But God's the author of my story, not the play. One chance just to make it at the city, huh? Two hands put together, I hope he hear me, 3 a.m., my soul weary, spirit fill me up. Forever grinding till the day I touch a million. One chance just to make it at the city. Two hands put together, I hope he hear me. 3 a.m., my soul weary, but see it clearly. Forever grinding till the day I touch a million. Yeah. Now I ain't saying money is everything. It sure make things a lot more convenient for real.
Yeah. You know, all I ever had was a dream. Let's talk about it. Young rapper, big dream, little apartment. A hyena, eat a beat straight to the carcass. All I need is one mic, I'm on my nines. Bend down, stay down, out the garage with it. Turn nothing into something, made a collage with it. Audacious, pop up, I'm moving confident. True statement, 4 words, ain't nothing stopping this. Rhyme spitter, young critter, get your binoculars. Up and coming, this ain't pop, I'm not popular. Breath of fresh air, I spray like I'm Banaka. Sanitize, stay in the cut like I'm a doctor. Hammer time, can't you hear this verse popping, locking? Put it simply, I got the juice like I'm Cochran. Minute Maid, critter put this juice in a carton. A dime and a nickel, turn this bargain into margins. My mind racing, got potential, God forbid that I ever waste it. Overthinking, silent killer, don't die waiting. God knows it's harder to grow, procrastinating. Got so much love for this game, it's annihilating. I ain't even rapping no more, these conversations. Get it off the muscle, don't matter how much the weight is. Gotta get some hustle, cause talent don't always make it. Even if it's late, don't matter because I paid it. Even if you hate, don't matter because you played it. I remember teachers saying I wouldn't make it. Now they in the bleachers at every graduation. Different stages. Gradually we elevating, motivation, hard work and dedication, life lessons, ain't
Thought, 8 to the face. Thought, then the case. Thought, now halfway. Thought, got a high tolerance when your age don't exist. Man, I swear my pick 'em up, then I sit 'em in cold water. Then I order someone to bring 'em. Hope they take the pain away from the feeling that he felt today. You know when you're part of Section 8 and you feel like no one can relate. Cause you are a loner. Endorphins make you stronger. I'm in the house party of my generation. Black as water, never no pancakes in the kitchen. Man, not one of our lives is caught up in the daily superstition that the world is but the end. Gives a we never do listen unless it comes with an 808. A melody and some PlayStation and some technology bought my soul. Looking around and all I see is a big crowd that's product of me. And they probably relatives relevant for a rebel stream. Yep, her president is black. She black, purple label on her back. But that dab is like blue. She straight to the head. Then she look at me. She got ADHD. 8 to the face. God, 12 in the case. God, then the halfway. God got a high tolerance when your age don't exist. Like whoa.
Don't got a limit, just give me some more with it. Don't got a limit, just give me some more with it. They always tell me ADHD did it.
And then she started the stuff like no one else in this apartment. Beg your pardon, oh I rap, baby. How old are you? She say 22, I say 23. Okay, then we are babies. Why you say that? She said, where my drink at? I'ma tell you later, just tell your neighbors. Relax, I stood up, shut the blind, closed the screen, Jumbotron, made to the back where she reside. Then she said, read between the lines, yep. Hope that I get close enough when the lights turn down. And the fact that she just might open up when it start to drown. Her body and I know the both of us really deep in the mood now. It's nothing we can do now. Somebody walk in with her, of that Bay Area. She looked at me, then looked at it, then she grabbed it, then she said, get it understood. You know why we babies, because we born in the 80s, that ADHD crazy. 8 to the face, 12 in the case. God, now halfway. God got a high tolerance when your age don't exist. Like whoa.
Don't got a limit, just give me some more with it. Don't got a limit, just give me some more with it. They always tell me ADHD did it.
Give you the light. Just mix it and Sprite. Whatever you like. You can have all my shine. I'll give you the light.
It's my turn, I raise my hand. 100%, yeah, I'm all in. 100%, yeah, I'm all in. Act a fool like David dancing. Got my rock, I take my chances. Folks be asking what the plan is. I don't know till Father answers in his hands, just like the planet. We both floating, I'm just saying. Yeah, we both know we ain't gon' stay here. We depart and relocate and save me from my woes, I'm staying. Out of my sin, I'm a brand new man. Out of this book, got a brand new friend. Shook with the words she said, cause the other one shook when he came from the dead. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, you know it's him. I can see cause I'm knowing him. When I speak, and you know it's him. Better notice him. It's my turn, I raise my hand. 100%, yeah, I'm all in. 100%, yeah, I'm all in. Act a fool like David dancing. Got my right.
Welcome. To this Sunday afternoon edition of the NBA here on 2K Sports. We've got the visiting team and the home team. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. Now here's Westbrook. Outside Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Westbrook. Mitchell wide open. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And Stan, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Anthony taking his time here.
And that's the type of challenge Anthony presents to the defense. Sometimes they are just forced to foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he's been terrific, guys. I mean, the percentage right around 86%, so no doubt he's pleased with that.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Pass to Mitchell. Rebounded by Anthony.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Connects from three-point range.
Arguably the smoothest jumper in the game. Klay Thompson.
Good on the bucket.
Well, they've started this game strong offensively. 3 out of their first 4 attempts.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Coach Jason Kidd, and his priority this time out is trying to make it hard for Donovan Mitchell. He told me Donovan is an elite 3-level scorer. It's going to take more than one player to slow him down. We need all 5 guys communicating and working together defensively. A big challenge, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Williams with the ball. Brunson picks him up. Outside Westbrook. Back to Mitchell. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Mitchell's got 5 now.
In a volume scorer, Mitchell excels at getting inside and converting.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
Now here's Anthony. 5 points in the game. On the wing, Giannis. Just 5 on the clock.
And you got to admire how hard Mourning goes at it on defense. When he's around, shooters tend to tense up.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Pass to Drummond. Puts the move on. And it's good on the way in.
Well, if Drummond's going to score, the paint is where it's going to happen.
Here's Mitchell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Thompson.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
So he gets them both.
And people still talk about Mitchell being undersized. I think he's proven his athleticism more than makes up for that.
And Anthony gets it to go.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Westbrook with it. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Here's Westbrook after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Beal with it. Now guarded by Giannis. And it's Westbrook missing.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. There's Beal with the 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
Great 3-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
Brunson outside. Fires for 3. Drains the 3-pointer.
And Brunson more than comfortable shooting the 3. And boy, is he efficient when he lets it fly.
Williams' shot is off.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Anthony. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game. The first free throw is good.
A lights-out scorer who possesses incredible confidence. Anthony is such a skilled and explosive player.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a 2nd-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Now, Antetokounmpo. Bradley Beal missing from long range. And it's blocked by Jordan.
And the one thing we know about DeAndre, he's a presence at both ends of the floor. He protects the rim on D just as much as he punishes it at the offensive end.
Here's Mitchell going inside. Beal, that's for 2. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. They lead by 2. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go in. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
Here's Giannis. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Back to Beal. Drives to the hoop. On the clock. Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer. Green with the rebound.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Outside for Jefferson. No good. That would have tied it.
And that's one he wants back. Just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Outside, Martin. Outside for Davis. Back to Martin. Here's Iguodala. No good on that one. Great tee that time from Green. Here's Giannis. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
Iguodala outside. There's Beal with the 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. Kicks it out to Iguodala. A three-pointer is right on target. Iguodala's got himself on the board with 3 there. You know, Stan, we hear all the time about after-timeout plays. About how many of those do teams really have at their disposal?
Well, you certainly have to have a few, Kevin. Coaches vary in their philosophy. Some coaches will draw them up on the fly. I was one, like a lot of guys, who wanted to have things that we've worked on that then we could go to. But that just depends on who you've got, how smart your guys are, how quickly they pick things up.
Thompson with it. Westbrook picks him up. Thompson, left side. Inside. Antetokounmpo. Automatic.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive and forceful.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Giannis, no good. Pass to Williams. Outside Westbrook. Double team on Westbrook. And here is Mourning. Antetokounmpo defending. The kick out to Westbrook. It's hauled in by Giannis. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time.
Yeah, Butler's certainly not shy seeking out contact. He can live at the line.
And so Butler nails both of them. Here's Anthony. He's got 11. Drummond the screen to the middle. Back to Anthony.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Nifty move. And he sinks the layup. And that's 13 points for Carmelo Anthony.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 7. Now Butler. Outside Westbrook. Draymond Green grabs the miss. Brunson outside. Anthony on the wing. There's 1:17 left to play here in the half. No good there off the double clutch. Here's Westbrook. Oh, he misses the dunk.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. So Anthony will go to the free throw line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
And really a good job of getting to the line in that first quarter. Hasn't been doing that as much here in the second.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Outside Williams. Ball's knocked loose. And here we go. Brunson heading to the hoop. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Scoring at an efficient clip tonight. Melo in that zone.
"19 seconds left from the first half of basketball. Here's Westbrook. Up and in on the layup. Westbrook's got 9.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Pass to Anthony. Back to Antetokounmpo. Over Butler. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Leading by a point. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Steps back. Bounce pass Anthony. On deep, Brunson sinks the triple. He has 6.
Just a reflexive move by Brunson, putting complete trust in his mechanics.
Mitchell outside. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Butler. On the wing, Williams. He has 6. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage.
Oh, wow, what a quick move inside.
That is incredible.
Just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Davis with the bucket.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Outside Anthony. Screen by Giannis. Right wing. Landier for 3. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Landier's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Here's Beal. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Over a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of action. Anthony with the defensive effort. Here's Antetokounmpo. Powers through inside. Giannis.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. And once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
Here's Iguodala, and it's Iguodala with the jam.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Outside Anthony. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Beal drives in, kicks it out to Iguodala. Outside Jordan. Pocket 6. Davis gets a wide open look. And the 3 ball is good. Davis has got 5 points in the quarter.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And here's the break. Pass to Beal. For 3. Kept alive. Shot clock at 6. Iguodala with it. Here's the 3. And Beal is good for 3.
3 points.
Beal's got 7 points in the game.
Credit Beal for not losing track of the clock there. He had his eyes on that as he attacked.
Thompson outside. Beyond the arc. Thompson with the 3.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead. And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Pass to Thompson. Launches a 3. And that's collected by Davis.
2 minutes.
Beal deciding where to go with it. Outside for Jordan. Back to Beal. Fires the three. Beal with another miss.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Now, Young. Highlight reels tough from Antetokounmpo. My goodness.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Both teams will make substitutions. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college. And she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. 1:16 left in the third quarter. Outside Williams. Good on the shot. Williams has got 8.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Anthony. Pass to Giannis. On the wing, Thompson. Anthony with it. And Anthony gets double teamed. Butler with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Butler on the move. The kick out to Westbrook. A floater. And the rejection by Giannis. Shot clock at 3.
And one thing about Westbrook, he does not have a quiet presence. You know he's out there at every moment, and his production speaks volumes.
No good on the second free throw.
Well, he's got to be disappointed that he wasn't able to take the lead, but at least he evened things up.
The 3 from Anthony. Westbrook pulls it in.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Three-pointer, Butler, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter.
The visiting team.
And at
49.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Here's Beal. Mitchell in the corner to take the lead, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Andre Drummond picks one up.
The aggressiveness of Mitchell, willing to take on the entire team to earn that foul.
Well, not a perfect trip to the line, but he gets the one he needed to put them in the driver's seat.
To the paint. Pass to Elliott. Brunson outside. Outside, Green. And here is Drummond. Inside. Here's Elliott. And the rebound goes to Martin.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Outside, Butler. From deep, Jimmy Butler!
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen in on what Jason Kidd was talking about with his players. Now, he's not pleased with the perimeter game on both sides of the ball. He told his guys, we aren't working hard enough out there. We need to shut down the perimeter on defense, and on offense, we have to focus from good to great. Guys?
Thank you, David.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Outside for Davis. Back to Mitchell. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed.
And bursting through inside. So difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
Anthony left side. Thompson the bounce pass. The drive by Anthony. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
And when he drives it, Melo does such a great job of using his frame to shield off the defender.
Back to Mitchell. There's the 3. Green with the rebound.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Anthony with it. Now Beal defending. And they take the lead. Anthony's got 4 points this quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Back to Butler. Mitchell outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Thompson.
And that's part of what Mitchell brings to the table. The willingness to operate on the perimeter or get in there and mix it up on the interior.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Oh, Giannis punches it home.
Giannis will take on any defender. Nice finish that time.
Pass to Butler. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Outside Butler. Three-pointer. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Here's Giannis. Good defense. Better shot from Antetokounmpo.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He knows every possession is critical now. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. For 3, Westbrook. They get the rebound. The kick out to Williams. Mitchell outside. Back to Williams. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Anthony from the arc. Out to Thompson. Three-pointer. And it's Mourning with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The visitors with the ball. The kick out to Williams. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Here's Mitchell. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one's on Anthony.
And the unpredictable nature of Mitchell is hard to game plan against, especially when he drives.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
A very successful visit to the line for him. Now this is a 2-possession game.
Anthony in the corner. Bangs home the trifecta. Anthony's got 9 points here in the second half.
I mean, who else do you want taking this shot? Anthony, a natural scorer in any situation.
Outside Williams. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. And it's 13 points for Williams.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
Here's the break. A clear look for Mitchell. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. It's good, and he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Butler with the ball. Brunson picks him up. Stolen by Brunson.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Yeah, they need everything to break their way at this point if they're going to rally back.
Giannis inside. Out to Thompson. 6 to shoot. Pass to Anthony. Back to Thompson. Over Westbrook. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game. And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
7 seconds left in the fourth. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And don't go away. We'll be back moment. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
And in the past few years, Brunson's percentages from the corner has been outstanding, well above league average.
The kick out to Westbrook. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Giannis with it. Westbrook picks him up. Pass to Brunson. Anthony on the wing. From deep. Cans it from downtown. Anthony's got 29.
And that was an absolute bomb. Carmelo showing how confident he is.
Mitchell outside. Butler on the wing. Back to Williams. And here's Mitchell from the arc. It's hauled in by Giannis. Pass to Brunson. Westbrook with the steal. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. Here's Butler. Outside Williams. Now here's Westbrook. And Butler launches from deep. Off target from outside.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Thompson right side. Pass to Anthony. Back to Thompson. It's all in by Alonzo Mourning.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
And they have to play fast, but also smart. Every possession counts right now.
Here we go, one-on-one. And Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's got 31 points.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
There's the drive. Count it.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
It's tipped. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Williams.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Strike like I missed it. Strike like I hit the pin. Strike like I'm not gonna work. Strike, strike. You know that wrong real when you heard it. You know that guys tell us early. Yeah. Oh, this supposed to take a shot that Burlington did. Man, heck, I begged them to sell it to these stars in the roof. Ain't nothing. I switched the coupe. Emo, she like to go. Look like Betty Boop. Hop in SRTs and do. He can't play me bank. I switch out whips like they switch out shoes. Yeah. Okay. It's us. I was trying to strike. I was trying to strike. I was trying to strike. Like a match late night. Yeah, strike like I missed it. Yeah. Strike like I hit the pin. Strike like I'm not gonna work. Strike, slide. Shoulder, shoulder. Stake them all hunts, recreate Yoda. I don't put no crushed ice in my soda. It's a in my new Balenciaga in Dover. 220. It's a in my soda. Sit on a Balenci Costa. Yeah. Okay. It's us. I was trying to strike. I was trying to strike. I was trying to strike. Like a match late night. Yeah, strike like I missed it. Strike like I hit the pin. Strike like I'm not gonna work. Strike.
I watch the moon all the time thinking about you.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Now Hardaway. using his post moves to get the 2 points. A couple of rivals going head-to-head here, Clark. You can feel the extra tension in the air.
No doubt about it. That heat is palpable. Everybody wants to be at their best and prove they're the superior team, but the fireworks and friction is real.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
Hardaway up top. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game.
I love the throwback basketball. Work it down low and set up your teammate.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Left side Brunson. And it's Irving with a rebound. First quarter, just over a minute played. Thompson with a steal.
Away team foul. Gerald Wallace. First personal foul. First team foul.
Now here's Brunson. Taking a look at his production. Averaging just over 8 points a game. Driving to the basket. Thompson outside. Unloads from 13. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron.
Thompson, so pure as a shooter. I mean, he gets that mid-range look, and he's not going to hesitate to let it go.
Wallace outside. Right side, Irving. No good that time. Great D that time from Antetokounmpo. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Now here's Hardaway. Over Brunson. Got it.
Hey, I love the effort from the defense, but Hardaway able to finish through contact. Nicely done.
Anthony feeling it out a bit. No good on the triple. Outside Hardaway. Irving. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Second shot opportunity. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Anthony with it. Irving picks him up. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Wallace outside. Outside Hardaway. That three's off the mark. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Anthony. 2 on the clock. From the high post. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. The visitors with the ball. Trailing by 2.
Gerald Wallace.
Pass to Hardaway. Missed inside.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Now here's Thompson. Outside for Green. To the wing on the left. Antetokounmpo for 3. It's hauled in by Sampson. Outside Hardaway. Launches a three. Anthony grabs the board.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Ooh, poked away. And here comes the break. Here's Wallace. Drains the triple.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Now here's Anthony. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game. Outside, Green. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Pass to Sampson. Giannis with the rebound. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first. On the wing, Thompson. Here's the three. The shot comes out. Hardaway on the wing. Pass to Mikan. Back to Hardaway. Here's Mikan. No good on his first attempt of the game.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Your home team.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Up by one. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And it's Antetokounmpo with a miss. And Clark, Giannis is an endearing player in many ways. Which one of his dad jokes is your favorite?
Tell you what, B.A., I can't pick out a favorite, but I love the fact that he's got such a great sense of humor and a sense of being comfortable in his own skin. That all comes out when he interacts with the media and fans. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and I think that's why so many people love him.
Pass to Elliott. Back to Antetokounmpo. The teardrop. Bully ball in the paint from Giannis.
You know, that's a nice little shot to have in your repertoire. Just a lovely touch on that little flop from Antetokounmpo.
It's a one-on-one situation. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Tipped away. Stolen by Lowry. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Out to Thompson. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Oh, play! Thompson with the bounce. Get up play.
Defense wants to guard Thompson close so he can cleverly shake them off with a pick to get a shot.
Now Wallace. Pass to Dumars. There's a screen. He takes it in. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. Grant, there's such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
Here's Brunson. Pass to Thompson. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
One of the most effortless strokes we've ever seen. Thompson can just make corner threes in his sleep.
Antetokounmpo with it. It's stolen. Here's Hardaway. Rips down the breakaway slam.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Green in the post. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from 14. Wallace pulls it in. Here's Floyd. Still no points. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Draymond Green. These are his first free throws of the game. And so he makes both from the line.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
And here's Brunson. Antetokounmpo with it. Irving picks him up. The 3 from Thompson. It doesn't go for him.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Pass to Dumars. And here's Hardaway. Sends it home from three-point land. Hardaway's got 9.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Anthony, left side. Here's Brunson. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Graham.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
Artistry and poetry in motion. Irving can create in the air as well as anybody.
And here's Brunson from the arc. And it's Mikan with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Irving looking around from 10 feet away. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
Those huge hands combined with that elite athleticism, Irving does the most damage inside the painted area because of it.
Here's Anthony. Pass to Drummond. Back to Anthony. The layup off target.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Irving, no good.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
There's a whistle. That goes on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul.
3rd team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Dumars. Outside Irving. Kicks it out to Hardaway. And a miss there on the triple. To the left side wing. On the wing, Green. Back to Antetokounmpo. Thompson outside. Lets the 3 fly. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
Pass to Dumars. Now Irving. Outside Hardaway. Back to Irving. That'll count. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Up by 2. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Brunson with it. For the lead. That shot off the mark. Pass to Irving. There's the three. Counted from distance. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
How about Irving stretching out the defense, making the most of a rare trip behind the arc.
And Anthony slams it in.
I mean, that was just terrific work to stay in control and finish.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Pass to Mikan. Outside Hardaway. Here's Mikan. Here's Dumars. Kicks it out to Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Mikan. No good from outside. For the tie. The drive by Antetokounmpo. Oh, they pick off the pass. Irving for three. It's rebounded by Lambier. Antetokounmpo outside. Out to Thompson for the lead. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in. 13 points in the game. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Irving. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
It's good.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
To halt the run, Hardaway. That one doesn't drop. He's 4 for 10 from the field now.
Only 20% from the field to start this half. To me, it looks like their opponent may have made some nice adjustments.
Thompson, no good. Now Hardaway. 9 points in the game. Pass to Mikan. On target from range.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep. Always a valuable commodity in today's game.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Back to Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Brunson. Anthony right side. Clock at 6. It's hauled in by Sampson. Here's Floyd. He's averaging almost 5 points a game. Soft touch off the glass.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Pass to Anthony. This one for three. Knocks it down from distance. Anthony's got 8 here in this quarter.
Good to see Anthony knocking down that three. When he does this, the offense becomes even more potent.
Richard Jefferson. First personal foul. First team foul.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. They set the pick. Here's Houston. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Houston's got his first 2 points.
You love the efficiency that Houston scores and plays with. Takes smart shots all the time.
Pass to Jefferson. Out to Anthony. The three ball. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Sampson.
2 minutes remaining.
Wallace outside. We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter. Comes up empty from 8 feet. Here's Jefferson. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Anthony. There's the drive. Rejected by Sabonis. They retain possession. 5 on the clock. Offensive board. Anthony in the post. Here's Lambier. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Now here's Anthony. He's got 15. The three. And it's Irving with a rebound. Sabonis right side. The jump hook. The bank shot, no good. And here is Antetokounmpo. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. To the middle. Houston with a rebound.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Oh, Sabonis with a block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Sabonis. So it's the home team now. Outside for Green. Back to Thompson. Pass to Elliott. Shot clock at 6. Here's Anthony. Can't connect from short range. Here's Irving. Banked it in off the glass. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
And the defense no foul, which is why he simply laid it in.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one.
The visiting team, 40.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. The visitors with the ball. The lead is 2. Pass to Houston. Here's Dumars. To the paint. It's stolen by Green. Oh, they get a hand on it. And the shot goes.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
And Brunson, here we go. Up and in on the layup.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
And the shot's good by Irving.
He is on some kind of roll. Julius Irving making it pop.
Brunson with it. Out left to the wing. Drummond up top. 4 on the clock. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Mikan. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, you know, one thing about being a great scorer, you draw a lot of defensive attention. And there, Irving takes advantage by finding an open teammate.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. He reminded his team just how close this game is, saying, guys, we aren't out of this yet. We still have plenty of time left. Let's go out and execute our game plan, and I promise you we will win this game. Let's see how they come out of this timeout, Brian.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
Dumars is such an outstanding combo guard. He has no weaknesses in his game and is the kind of hard-nosed player that any team would appreciate.
You wonder if they could push this lead to double digits.
Ooh, but the way they're playing, there's no reason to think they can't.
Wallace outside. Pass to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Here's Brunson outside. Good. And Antetokounmpo gets the assist. Brunson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from 3 is a beautiful thing.
Hardaway, no good. Antetokounmpo, left side. And the layup is good off the glass.
You know, this is where Giannis still does most of his damage. He has the size, athleticism, and shot repertoire to hurt you inside.
Hardaway's shot is good.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. The kick out to Brunson. Thompson outside. Back to Brunson. Here's Anthony. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Wallace. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Sampson. And down it goes. 2 points.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Dumars. Wallace outside. Pass to Dumars. The floater. That shot is off. Outside Brunson. Thompson outside. Anthony left side. Outside Brunson. Back to Anthony. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
Carmelo Anthony's skills right on display there. Taking that shot right into the defense and knocking it down in spite of contact. He's basically automatic from the line. Not the guy you want to send there now.
And Klay Thompson picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Dumars. Here's Sampson. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Check out Sampson slamming it down. So it doesn't take much for him to reach up there. At 7'4", he can almost dunk flat-footed.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now.
Into the lineup for your home team, number 23.
And there's 1:45 left in the final quarter. Anthony. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Wallace left side. Now Irving. 6 to shoot. Right side Hardaway. Over Green. Oh, it's blocked by Green.
Green takes great pride in his defense now. He loves denying shots at the rim and playing bigger than his 6'8" frame would lead you to believe.
Here's Anthony. Out to Thompson. Back to Anthony. And he makes it on the layup. Anthony's got 19 points.
And I love seeing Anthony come up with big plays in these moments because his team is dependent on him to score, especially when the game is tight.
And it's Hardaway on the take.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And that one's good.
For Giannis, his length and instincts on defense make him a feared shot blocker.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And the second of 2 is good. And that increases the lead to 6.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
Anthony misses. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Third personal foul. Fourth team foul.
First free throw is good. And that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. And it's an 8-point ball game.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
On the wing, Anthony. Off target with the 3. Now here's Hardaway. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Lambier. The visiting club takes the win on the road.
Jimmy, she freaky. Dalai Lama, don't you cool it in November? She get hotter than a sauna. Take a trip out to Japan and I